But yeah, there's a lot of things I can say. The state of Israel has been getting exposed for quite some time now. People do not like the way that the Israeli government treats the Palestinians and the natives of the area. They don't like the foreign relations of Israel, and I especially don't like the amount of power concentrated to just Israel. I don't appreciate that because people have basically been building up a villain without even knowing it. And if you question that, you're shut down. You get made to look crazy. That or you get made to look anti-Semitic. So when people start calling out Israel, unless it's all just controlled op, a la the Protocols of Zion, if that book is to be believed, then what can you do? Then nothing is an identifier. Generally speaking, for me, being anti-Israeli occupation is an identifier of a real person that actually cares and has a solid moral compass. But the supporters of Israel are always, what do you think? Very up in arms about their state, unable to process true information, unwilling to change, unwilling to protest. It's a get you before you get me attitude is that they have. That's the state of Israel. They exist in perpetual paranoia because of the Holocaust, and this is what they've built. It's a complete house of cards built on a foundation of lies and genocide that somehow to 2025, I think from 1918 to 2025, it has survived. So if you're anti-Israel, you're anti the villain, basically, because they're playing the villain right now, whether they see it or not. The clever excuses given, you mustn't question it. It was given to us by God. The land was given to our forefathers by God. And this is the ending of Exodus. That's why we are taking over Palestine. The way that they did it was genocidal and tyrannical. And if you challenge that power structure of Israel, your life is in danger. Because if they really want to get you out of the game, this is a game that they play. It's a money game. That's why Israel has all this money. They won't fund anybody. That's why there's all these terrible things going on all over the world. They have all this money and they just hog it selfishly. It's because they're playing a game and they can't do anything with that money. They just can't. They can't spend it. The money is fake. It's scripted. All these rich people's money is fake. And to all of the rich people that think Satan is coming down to save them, it's not going to happen. You're going to be, I'm not even going to say it, but there's a painting of Saturn eating his own children, and that is what awaits you. That's what awaits all the traitors, Saturn himself. So that's who this nation state was built for. It was built for the red dragon, the demon, the computer, the artificial intelligence. That's what the third temple will be built for. That's why you have the sacrifice of the red heifer for the red dragon. So they're building their temple for the wrong deity. Do they know this? I don't know. But that's what's happening. And it's been happening for a long time. So anytime I get on here and I talk about the state of Israel, I get shut down. I get told to fuck off. I get threatened. Much in the same way like when I talk about human trafficking. I legitimately get threatened. People can't conceptualize that. If you haven't been through it before, you can't conceptualize what happens. They come down on you. They shut you down. They tell you, we'll kill you if we have to. If you say too much or if there's something that you say that it's too revealing, we're going to put an end to your life and we'll get away with it. We'll script it. That's what these motherfuckers do. This whole place is a world stage and they script people in the crypt. Script. Crypt. Crypt means a place of burial. So that's why they keep everyone in the circle, chasing ignorance, completely blind to what's really going on here. That's why. Because it's a game. Is the earth a game? No. Is the Earth a simulation? No. So then what is the matrix? What is the simulation? Well, I've already stated that it is the mind. The brain is the matrix. And if you come to that point in understanding, there's no arguing it. It is the matrix. There are even parts of your body called extracellular matrices, because your whole body is a fucking matrix. And they want to control that down to a T. Now, this is pretty old information that some people have come across over the years. But, I feel it's important. That's why they want to ban anything that's useful. I'll talk quickly about Zionist-funded media banning certain chemicals. So the first plant that I'm going to talk about is what we call in the U.S. kratom or kratom, mitragynine. It's a very effective medicine. It's a good fever reducer. It's good for pain. It's good for anxiolysis, anti-anxiety. Has many legitimate uses, and the Zionist-funded media wants to claim and lie and manipulate statistics and say that it's a super dangerous drug, even though it clearly isn't. And it's not. I've taken it for 5 years. I'm telling you right now, it's only dangerous if you're a complete fuckhead. I've taken over, I'm not even going to tell you how much I've taken, because it's a lot. But it didn't end up in the hospital. I didn't end up in the hospital because of it. And that's not an endorsement. Go take as much kratom as you want. It's going to get you so high, dude. That's completely asinine. That's what gets this shit banned. The reason the Zionist-funded media wants to ban kratom is because it puts smiles on people's faces. Alcohol is a depressant. You wonder why they market this poison to everyone? That's fucking why. That's your only alternative. Go drink some alcohol. Feeling down? Go drink some alcohol. Alcohol isn't going to help pretty much any of the issues I have. But that's why I use this plant, is because I have issues that I need solved. And this plant solves those issues. But the Zionist-funded media, of course, wants to take it all away. And what do they have in its place? Alcohol. Just complete trash. For the most part. So that's what the Zionist-funded media is essentially saying to people right now in Ohio. We're going to ban this plant. It's not going to be done legitimately. We're going to manufacture the statistics to do so. And what are you going to do? You're going to go out and buy alcohol. That's what the Zionist-funded news media just said. They just said that. I don't even need to look at the report. I already know what they're trying to do. They did this to weed. They did this to several other plants in the world. They even did it to cocaine. It's quite unfortunate that we don't have control over these plants which come from God and have legitimate medical uses. It's all been given into the hands of these rich people, these fucking Satanists. That's who's controlling all of God's inheritance right now, and who knows why. It's greed. It's mostly greed, the love of the game, and people, generally speaking, prefer a synthetic drug to a natural drug, whereas I'm the opposite. I prefer a natural drug that comes from God, that is a plant. It's a clean drug, it's a clean plant, but the Zionist media doesn't like that it's useful. The Zionist media doesn't like that it solves a lot of problems that the pharmaceutical industry can't solve at all. That's why they're banning it. They want to manufacture the reasoning, it's getting into the hands of children, it's killing our children, you guys are full of shit, you tried this with weed, you tried this with everything. If you really cared about children getting into drugs, you'd do something about the fucking alcohol. Way easier for a kid to get his hands on alcohol than it is kratom, ironically, at least in my opinion. It was easier for me back in the day. I don't like drinking. I don't like the state-enforced ritualism that they employ here. If you have something that's like a plant or a medicine that makes you feel better about life, that gives you energy, that makes you happy, and it's not just addictive, it's actually very, very useful, they want to take that away and replace it with the worst fucking garbage you've ever taken in your life. That's literally what just happened to me. They took my medicine away, the actual medicine, and replaced it with garbage. That's what happened. And that's what's going to happen if we keep letting these people lie on TV and affecting the minds of people all around the world. All they need to hear is from the news, the lies. It doesn't matter if there are sources. It doesn't matter if it's been blown out of proportion. It doesn't matter if it's been manipulated to suit a certain bias. The people who see it believe it because it's on the news, and that's what they grew up with. So this is another form of corruption. Zionist state media trying to get useful things like medicine banned and then claim that I'm a schizophrenic because I told everyone what their plan was. And if you still don't think these people are completely evil and sacrifice children, if you still don't know that, well, I think in the times to come you're going to know that because it's going to be exposed. We're already in 2025. It's a shit show all around. It's a circus. It's a clown show. It's fucking depressing. I can't get my hands on anything useful. I have one thing that I use to get through this. One thing. And that one thing wants to be replaced by the pharmaceutical industry. I won't take it. I won't have it. Because that's ridiculous. They shouldn't have the right to do that. They shouldn't have the right to take away things. Because some fucking... It's all Zionist funded. They're all Zionists. Everybody in the news media is a Zionist. Because that's who's controlling America. And if they don't have the Zionist-funded media, like, what do you think they're doing it for? It's so that they maintain mental control. So, of course, the shit that they put on the Zionist-funded media doesn't affect me. I know it's all fucking lies. It's all used to push an agenda. It's not legitimate concern for children taking drugs. It's, we want to get this drug banned, and we're going to use our corruption to do it. That's what it's always been. And I'm going to be real with you, I don't think Donald Trump is going to sign off on this, or I don't think the state representatives, whoever the fuck is in charge of this, I don't think they're going to sign off on the kratom ban, because there's just no evidence. They have no evidence. The studies they've done years ago are better than the purported evidence that they put out there. They also lied. They tried to say that I overdosed on kratom and went to the hospital, which is a complete lie. That's not what happened at all. I have a medication where if you stop taking it, even just for a couple of days, there's like a 60% chance you're going to have a seizure. See, I didn't know that, and I stopped taking it for a couple of days, and I ended up in the hospital, and the people at the hospital were trying to say that I overdosed on kratom, when that's not what happened at all. I found that to be very interesting. And like I said, it's a game of stealing candy from a baby. We're the babies. Any of our candy that they don't like, they're going to take it away because it's just too useful. You use it as a study aid. You study. Guess we're going to take that away from you too. Otherwise, you're going to keep noticing. That's what they do. Over and over and over again. And people don't say anything about it because they feel powerless. I'm telling you right now, I know they're full of shit. I'm only using kratom, the kratom ban, the proposed kratom ban as an example. These people are corrupt as fuck. Like, they will manufacture statistics. They will use children as a political bargaining tool. This is what they do. And then what's their alternative to that? Go to a clinic. Go to a pharmaceutical clinic and get Suboxone. Like, that's any safer than kratom. And people are saying, well, it's getting into the hands of children. You're doing it on purpose, you fucking liars. What? You're telling me all that kratom got into the hands of children and you guys aren't involved in that too? No, you guys did all that. You did it. Whenever we pull back the mask, it's always you motherfuckers orchestrating this shit. And then using it as statistics to justify more corruption, more bans, more rights being taken away. So yeah, I don't take it very lightly when the Zionist-funded news media gets up there and starts spewing a bunch of manufactured, engineered bullshit so that they can have something taken off the shelves because they don't like it. And most of the population, they agree because they have no fucking idea what's going on. So yeah, that pisses me off. Pisses me off when every other week I come down and I see the fucking news. It's not like I watch this shit. And it's just another fucking, oh, we're going to take this away from you. Oh, we're just not going to do this. We're going to keep playing games. We're going to keep pretending like we don't know there's a sex trafficking ring. We're going to keep pretending we care about the children. It drives me fucking crazy. And you can't call it out either because they get all emotional. They're like, well, I really do care. No, you don't. You're being used as a pawn to get rid of useful things, and that's all you've always been used for. You don't get it if you're not coming from my perspective, someone who's used the chemical for 5 years and has found that it's extremely safe, and it's only dangerous if you make it dangerous. Like, this is not something where you put it on a teaspoon and then that's enough to kill you. No, you would need like 50 teaspoons of this shit. And I'm like, there's always some fucking bot. There's always some fucking idiot out there. Just a complete fucking dumbass that is willing to test this shit on them like a complete guinea pig. I have no respect for you fucking idiot bots, bro. I'm sorry, I just don't. You guys are useful idiots, bro. You get everything taken away from us because you just fucking... You literally get possessed by these demons and they use you for their agenda. What do you think happens with these school shooters? Exactly. Fucking exactly. And then some people are like, well, how do we know if the school shootings are even going on? That proves to you this whole fucking place is fake. It's scripted. That should tell you right now. If you can't figure it out because the government just isn't being upfront, if you don't know that that's what's going on, then there's something wrong. But yeah, most people would call me a drug addict because they don't know what that means. They don't know what a real drug addict looks like. They just want to use it as a talking point because they have nothing. They have no real personality. They are literally fucking pawns. And they're used to take shit away from people and cause wars all throughout history. So Chief Handler, I always mention this guy. He's one of those people he's here just to do that. To divide people, to spew more bullshit, to keep people chasing their tails, keep people arguing, keep people ignorant. That's their whole job. Once you expose that, they become so powerless to the point where it's like all they have left is to bombard you. And that's how I got thrown into the psych ward. 3 days of endless bombardment. And for them to turn around and claim that the medicine I was using, kratom, was the one that caused it is the biggest part of the joke. Because it was actually the only medicine that I've ever taken which has properly addressed the psychological torment aspect of all this. I find it very, very interesting that anybody would believe what they see on the news, let alone about banning certain plants. Kratom is a plant. It's a plant. It can be dangerous if you make it dangerous. Everything that they have done, they have attacked they have attacked the companies importing it, they have attacked the people buying it, they have attacked the plant itself. They do not like this plant. And the reason is because it's an effective medicine. It has multi-purpose. It's a good fever reducer. So when they notice that something is effective, it's efficient, it's cheap, what do you think they want to do? They want to take it off the shelves and replace it with some pharmaceutical nonsense quicker than you can fucking blink. And then smile at you like they've done the right thing. No, you just created a giant fucking problem and now everyone's going to need Suboxone. Dumbasses. That's why you take it fucking seriously. They can't take it seriously. Like, they do it for political gain. They do it for fucking gain. It's all for gain. It's not to actually warn people. When I get on here on YouTube, it's not for fucking my own selfish gain. It's so that I can tell you guys what the fuck is up. These people do it for money. That should tell you everything you need to know. They do it for money, and it's not like every fucking news anchor is just a bot, right? But like, this is a controlled job position. News anchors are used to push an agenda. You cannot trust fucking news anchors anymore. It's sad. Maybe back in the day you could, but at this point they're all compromised. They're all controlled. How are you going to listen to them? All they do is they spit this propaganda. That's all they're trying to do. They're trying to divide you left or right or the center. Center is a part of the political spectrum as well. And they want you to identify with this garbage when you don't have to identify with the center, the left, or the right. And you notice how these almost fascist-like people are like, oh, well, you have to choose a political alignment. Center, left, or right. Which is it? Don't ever submit to that shit. But you see, the soul doesn't believe in any of this nonsense. I'm sorry. To be more right-wing, people would describe me as right-wing. That's for sure. Because I'm anti-Israel, I'm anti all these different things. They would call me right-wing for that, but I'm not right-wing, and I'm not left-wing, and I just don't like this political division that they do on the basis of creating more money, generating more wealth, and creating more problems. And people die over these fake ideologies. It's not worth it. All because, look at Bosnia. Look at fucking Bosnia and Serbia. Like in the 70s, they were fighting and writing songs for these busted up politicians. They were killing each other, their own people over it, and writing songs about it. That's the kind of shit they endorse. You cannot trust these motherfuckers. You cannot trust these politicians. I don't know if there was a point in time where you could, but, JFK, he seems pretty trustworthy. Abraham Lincoln, he seems pretty trustworthy. Joe Biden? Yeah, I don't know about him. I can't say he's very trustworthy. Can you? No. That's why they want you to vote. They control that too. Your vote doesn't matter. I know it sounds nihilistic, but it just doesn't. It's fake. They're controlling it. They control and manipulate the direction that society is going in. So who's outside my house? Someone just screamed. But yeah, so this is not a point of contention for Israeli people or Jewish people. It's a point of contention towards the state of Israel and the United States media. That's what this video is about. It's all controlled in much the same way. So if people began to realize what the Israelis were doing in America, in Israel, they wouldn't support it unless they were evil, because what they're doing is evil. It is, whether they want to use God as an excuse for it or not, it's evil. If the Palestinians were doing this to us Jews, it would be bad. It would be very bad. They wouldn't make it. Let's put it that way. That's how it is. That's just how it is. So, the key is not to become immersed in these political ideologies which for centuries have divided people. The key is to see the fucking truth. What is the actual truth? All of us is controlled, and we have to come to a point in understanding. Otherwise, we're going to be trapped here. Alright? That's the point. You have to come out of the cave. Similar to Muhammad, similar to, I'm pretty sure Jesus, wasn't he in didn't he go in a cave for a bit? Either way, he meditated and fasted for 40 days and 40 nights. So that's similar to what Muhammad did. It's a cave. They keep us in the cave, fighting each other, killing each other, sacrificing energy for the Moloch matrix, and that's really it. And you can't trust them when they come on TV and are like, we gotta ban this plant that's used for medicine. It's dangerous. Straight up, dude. I don't even need to see it. I already know that it's probably not gonna go through because there's just not enough foundation for it. It's not true. They're making it up as they go because they want to see it off the shelves because it threatens the pharmaceutical industry. Because it's effective. It's easy to get. You don't need to fucking go through 8 years of fucking doctor prescriptions to fucking get it. You don't need to do that. You could go to the store and buy it. If you want to talk about, oh my God, you're advocating for addiction, it's just the most disingenuous, misinformed, lying ass people I've ever seen. You don't know what addiction is. You call anything that you don't understand addiction or abuse, but you don't even know what that means. You don't even know what that looks like. I use it as medicine, but I said that I was addicted to it, and the only reason I said I was addicted to it is because I need to take it every day, otherwise I can risk getting pain. So these motherfuckers really have put me in a situation, and they just want to force everyone who was taking the kratom into the pharmaceutical industry. What do you think is going to happen? They're going to ban it. If they were to theoretically ban it, they ban it, and then what? Everyone turns to the pharmaceutical industry. Thanks, guys. You saved us again. No, you just created thousands, tens of thousands of more problems for people that don't need any more fucking problems, because you can't keep your nose to yourself. You can't keep your hands to yourself. You can't keep your lying tongues to yourselves. No, you abuse your power. They talk about drug abuse. You abuse the fuck out of your power to get anything done that you want. Where is this level of care for the children when it comes to the Epstein case? They don't care. They only care about the children when there's an effective medicine on the shelves that they can take away from the people. That's the only thing they care about. And yes, it's Zionist funded, and they probably fund the Zionists. It's a cycle kind of thing. I think the United States gives around, 1.3 or $2.3 billion in military aid to Israel every year. Like, they fucking need that after everything they've amassed, after the giant empire they've built. Like, they need any more money. And what do they do anytime anyone opposes Israel? Oh, they call them an anti-Semite. Well, that's not going to work with me because I'm actually a Jew, so no, definitely not going to work. Definitely not going to be able to call me an anti-Semite. Definitely not going to be able to claim, oh, no, you're not actually a Jew. You're just saying that. Fuck you. You don't know shit, literally. And you're all wrong, usually. I tend to be right. You guys tend to be wrong. So I'm going with my judgment because it's better. You guys can support your fake media that doesn't care about you or anybody and is scripted. The media is scripted. So there you go. You still buying anything they're telling you? I'm not.